Hey guys, how's it going? I want to talk a little bit about a couple of subjects. First of all, Happycabbie is not upholding the deal that we made on Blog TV, which there were witnesses, which there were recordings of, in which, if I got rid of various videos and annotations and stopped picking on him, he would remove all the videos of me from his channel. He's not done that. In fact, he's gone a step further and created a parody channel of me, which is basically nothing but a hit channel, in which he puts up all kinds of garbage like the spike balloon video things or whatever the hell that puppet is. And basically he's just doing everything he can to make me look bad. Now see, Happycabbie has a problem. His problem is that if you treat him like absolute shit, if you treat him like dirt, he'll respect you, and he'll be nice to you. If you're nice to him, if you treat him with kindness, he'll basically treat you like a piece of shit. Why he does this, I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with his family life, which I will be discussing in later videos, possibly. But first of all, let's talk about my time at Happycabbie's, because I have a lot of people sitting there saying, "Well, Spike, you're so mean and you're so horrible and you take advantage of him, blah 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 blah." Okay, let me set something straight. I performed as an in-home caregiver. Yes, I had free room and board. Yes, I did. I bought my own food. I paid a good deal of my own internet. We kind of shared that. We shared that expense. He had his own fucking cell phone and all that shit. I had my own. We kind of agreed. I mean, when I lost my job, he said, well, he said to me, Happycabbie says, well, I need somebody to kind of, help me out with some stuff. And I said, okay. Because at that time, he was still suffering from his bed sores and all these other sores from sleeping in his car. So when I moved in, I basically would do certain things. I would help him dress. I would clean up after him. I would clean up the urine off the bathroom floor. He would always claim that he was just too fat to see where the toilet was, and therefore he couldn't help but piss on the floor. Which I later realized it was a lie. It's just he liked pissing on the floor. He would walk around without any pants on. He wasn't very clean. He wouldn't wipe his own ass, really. Every time that he would sit on either the couch that he had in there, or which was not my couch, I had a different couch on which I slept on, and I would not let him sit on my couch for the specific reason that he never wore pants. And when he would sit on his couch or his computer chair, or when he would lie on his air mattress, generally, once he got up, there would be a great big shit smear on the piece of furniture. The chairs, the seats, I was constantly putting on rubber gloves and taking Clorox and whatever else I could find and scrubbing down as much as I could. Scrubbing down the bathroom, getting it free from urine and shit and everything else was a daily job. That was the first thing I did in the morning, because I could not walk in the bathroom barefoot, because as soon as I did, there were times when I would walk onto the bathroom floor, and I could feel my shoes sticking to the floor. There were times when he would get done with the bathroom, and there would be so much water and piss and shit all over. I'd just be like, well, you know what, I have to wait till I have money for rubber gloves. And that's another thing. I spent a lot of my unemployment money on rubber gloves, cleaning up after him. He was always saying, well, why do you need rubber gloves? And I would say, I'm not touching your bodily fluids with my bare hands. You know, and what the funny thing is that an in-home caregiver licensed by the state would have cost Cabbie $10 an hour, plus the room and board. So basically, Cabbie just didn't want to pay for a licensed in-home caregiver, which is what he needed. And one of the things that really led to me moving out of there was when he finally lost his job, and I was no longer getting unemployment, he was demanding that I pay rent. And I was like, well, how the hell do I pay rent when I can't find a job or anything else? And I've been devoting so much of my time cleaning up after you. Apparently that wasn't his problem. Unfortunately, I did not take video evidence of the shit on the chairs, on the cushions of the couches. I did not take, video evidence of the shit stains on his air mattress. I mean, there were times also the floor, the carpet on which the carpet, he would basically cook himself some food, right? And then he'd basically get a bunch of it on the floor, and he'd step in it, and he'd mash it up in the carpet, and I'd have to fucking clean it up. I had to spend a big chunk of my unemployment check one time buying a vacuum, because he just didn't want to fucking do it. He didn't want to buy a vacuum. He still has the vacuum. Do I want the vacuum back? No. But it's the principle of it, that he did so many various things and basically took advantage of me. And now, I mean, I honestly thought he was a friend, and I realize now that that was never the case. He saw somebody he could take advantage of. That's who he is, that's how he is, and yeah, he knows how to sweet talk people. It's because he likes to be nice, he pretends to be nice. But there's really a very bitter, seething, angry person underneath all that. Also, I would like to make mention of his foot fetish. He would go on and on about how he had a foot fetish. And I'd be like, well, that doesn't matter to me. And the reason that it didn't matter was because I just didn't care. I didn't want to hear about all of his sexual perversions. Well, one time, and I think some of you will get a laugh out of this. One time I'm laying on the couch, waking up in the morning, and I wake up to see Cabbie standing at the end of the couch. And he's leaning over like he's got his finger pointed outward like he's going to touch something, and I'm looking down, I'm seeing what he's doing. And I see that my feet are uncovered. And the look on his face was that he really, really, really wanted to touch my feet. And, that really also was something that I just said, you know what, this is uncomfortable. This is not right. It's not good. I honestly felt like punching him in the face. I really, really did. I felt like just knocking the shit out of him. And of course he didn't have his pants on. He never had his pants on in the house. So, I mean, it was an extremely disturbing situation. Needless to say, I slept with socks on after that. And I mean, had I known things were going to turn out the way they did with him, I would have been more proactive in, finding a place to put my stuff, and been more proactive about finding work. Because I did spend way too much time cleaning up after him and taking care of him. And look what it's getting me. It's getting me a bunch of humiliation on the YouTubes. But hey, you know what? If Cabbie wants to play that game, then I can play too. I'm done being nice to him. I'm gonna make some more videos about this stuff, and, you know, I'm gonna expose him for the fat, diseased, crippled invalid that he is. Because, yeah, as a licensed in-home caregiver, I could have been making a lot of money doing what I did for Cabbie for fucking free.